it's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today we're going to try and fix these kitchen weighing scales here. So these are actually brand new, they arrived faulty. Now before I open it up, let me just show you the listing. What I like about this listing is it gives you all the information you need. There was no doubt in my mind what the error was or the background. He's managed to write everything so well in just a few lines. So I paid £2.90 for it plus £3.10 postage, so £6 in total. You can buy these currently on Amazon for 20 UK pounds. So if it could be fixed easily, that would be a saving of £14. And as well as that, my wife would like some weighing scales because she, or my daughter, or even myself, if I'm trying to cook something, I use my old eBay weighing scales and they're a bit of a pain to get up and running. You have to do, it's not just as simple as turning them on and getting them to work when you want to measure it in grams. So these ones I'm hoping would be more simple to use. Now if you have a look here, it says here, SALTER gadget electronic scale, brand new but not working properly. Bought brand new and has a slim glass platform but never got to use it. When turning the scale on, the power turns off within 5 seconds. I've replaced the battery and tried resetting the item, but the same problem occurs, making it impossible to weigh anything. I've managed to get refunded from SALTER, so the warranty has been used. I'm looking at selling the item for parts or for someone that is able to possibly fix it. And then just a reminder that it's for parts. So basically everything on there is just written. There's no doubt in my mind now the background of this, which is what I like, rather than just something which is sold as faulty, but then there's no description as to really what the problem is. Now if you look at it, it certainly is brand new. So basically he's tried putting a new battery in and it's still not working. Now I have just quickly opened this up just to have a look at it, not taking it apart, just taking it out of the packaging here. We've got two buttons here, we've got on and 0, and also unit to change between grams and the other things as well. Now watch this, when you turn it on here, okay, this happened yesterday actually, it doesn't always turn on. I think I had to take the battery out to get it to turn on. Okay, well right now it's even better, it's not turning on whatsoever. But what we'll do is, let's get over to the blue map and then we'll take the battery out. First thing we really need to do is put a new battery in. So I've got some CR2032s here. Let's put one of these in just to make sure, in case the seller put in a battery that was already used and faulty yesterday. Right, I'm wondering, so basically he's changed the battery, I believe he has. You know, it was well written, everything was honest about it. I believe that he has changed the battery. I'm wondering, is it something that's draining the battery when it's not in use? Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's maybe when I put a new battery in, it's going to start working. But maybe then, over the next day or two, it will drain. Now, let's just pop that in here. No, look, brand new battery. Well, this is definitely more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Right, I'm just going to check the voltage on that little cell up there. So with these ones, they should be 3 volts. So let's say go there and there. Yeah, 2.996. Okay, and let's just measure my one here. Yeah, 3.2. Okay, so that one does look a little bit low, but this one's definitely okay. It's definitely in the right way, positive up top. There. So when we put the battery in, it seems to work, but look, it's not allowing us to turn it on. There we go. Unless, could it be a faulty switch which is turning off? See there, it went off straight away, and that wouldn't be the switch, would it? Well, I'm looking forward to this one. Now let's take it apart. There's loads of screws at the back here, and let's see if it's going to be something obvious or not. That's lifted up there. All looks fine. So now we have this little thing here for the buttons. Buttons are here. Let's zoom in a little bit and have a close look. Right, annoyingly we've got one of these blob chips here, so if there's a problem in there then I'm not going to be able to fix it. Didn't really think about that. Right, so we have... Oh, look, this is... okay, already quite interesting. These are what's actually doing the weigh-in. Each leg, can you see? Going up to each leg there. So what do we have here? We've got 3 wires going to this one, 3 wires, 3 wires and 3 wires here. And then we also have the power coming down from this battery on the red and black going down here. And then we have the switch here. Well, everything looks to be intact, doesn't it? So now, what could be causing this? Oh, we've got one of those little zebra connectors going across for the LCD there on that side there. Right, what would be causing this now? So this is the voltage, that's the voltage in, the positive, and that's the negative there. Right, okay, what could be causing this? So it's not getting... Or is it an LCD problem where when weight's applied the power's going from the LCD? We think it's off, but is it really off? Possibly not. So let's pop the battery in. So that's the negative and this is the positive up here. Okay, so that's definitely making a connection up here. Could it just be as simple as a bad switch? Let's take this board out. Not sure if that's solder. Looks great on that one there. Let me use macro to zoom in. No, it looks okay. I wasn't sure. I thought that little dip in there might have been a bad solder, but to be fair, it does look alright. I suppose what we could do is we could get the multimeter on there, press it a few times, make sure we have got good continuity. You should be able to hear my leads. Right, so nothing there now. Yeah. Oh! Look. Yes. I think that is working. Maybe I didn't have the probes on properly. Oh well, I don't think it's that. Let's try this one this side. Yeah, I think they're okay. Hold on a minute. There's it's green under here, isn't it? Look at that. That looks like corrosion. Don't you think? Let's have a look under this switch. Could it just be dodgy switches? Well, I'll tell you what, now that I've tapped it multiple times, let's zoom out and let's see now if it's made any difference. So I'm just going to hold the battery in. Right, okay. On off is this one here. Oh, it says low, but we know the battery's not low. No, it's definitely not the switch. So it's only when I disconnect and connect the battery that it works. I'm already not too sure how to fault find this one. Right, so let's take that out. So with this switch here, it's one of these ones that are, you know, they don't latch on. You just tap it and then something else latches it on. I'm wondering if it could be a fault with the underneath that chip. .8 volts. Okay. Getting mixed up now. Which battery is which? Is this my one here? Oh, these are the new ones here. It's definitely 3.2 volts there. Well, I'm going to take off this little board here just in case, because it definitely looks like there's a bit of corrosion underneath that units one here, switch. So let's just see if there's any corrosion. Doesn't look to be anything around here though. I was saying that, hold on. Ooh, look at that there. Look at all that white stuff there. Let's zoom in on that and give that a little scrape with some tweezers. Right, so we've already seen the corrosion on the unit switch. Now, what's this here? Better take the battery out. Not sure, it's kind of hard. It doesn't, if it was flaking off rather than, doesn't really look like corrosion, and also the solder joints there are not, the solder joints are not dull, are they? Yeah, not sure about that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Let's have a look underneath here. That looks perfectly nice, doesn't it? No, I can't see any problems there. Right, so we've got this here. Now, how do they know that needs to be exactly there? I better not mess with that. There doesn't seem to be any groove, any slot for it to slot in. So, yeah, maybe it doesn't matter exactly where that is. Well, I'll tell you what. Now that we have just cleaned off that corrosion there, let's just see if that's made any difference at all. I'm just going to pop a couple of screws back in. No, it's still not turning on. Now we've got this on and off here. On and off. Ground, unit. So it's got to go between these two and these two for the unit. So again, I should be able to test that for continuity. So if I go between here and here, and press the button. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine as well. Right, let's check for shorts on these caps. That's if they are, they might not even be going to ground. The battery's out at the moment. Right, they're okay. The only one I'm not getting a reading on is this one here. Right, so that goes from there. Oh look, it looks like it goes from there and back into the chip again. But it also goes down here. Down, 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 down. Oh, into here. Let's just check these little resistors. I'll just read out the readings. So that's 99.5 kiloohms, so 995 ohms. So that would be, hold on, 995. So that's 90. Oh no, sorry, that's 999 kiloohms. So that's the same as yeah, 3 zeros on the 4 zeros on the end of that would be 100,000 ohms, wouldn't it? Which is, yeah, I've got 99,000 ohms. I'm sure that's okay. What else we got? Right, so would this be 10,000 ohms here? Yeah, 9.8 kiloohms. So 9,800 ohms. Oops. Yeah, 9.8 kiloohms. Sure they're okay. What is the matter with this? Do you think this is something under here? I thought this was going to be one of those ones that would be like guaranteed fixable. Whenever you see those blob chips though, it always makes me a bit wary. Right, well look, the only thing I've seen is corrosion on that little switch. What's that there? Corrosion on the little unit switch here. So let me get some IPA, clean that up, just in case some... Thing is though, all it's going to do is keep, if it was like... well, we know it's not constantly putting a short on because when I put my multimeter on it, it's not doing that, is it? So now if there's nothing, so it's not going to be that. I'll clean it, but it's not going to be that. So if there's nothing wrong with any of this here, let's get rid of that solder blob there. Well, I suppose we could make sure everything's soldered in the right place. That could be a possibility, couldn't it? So what we got here, we got black is unit, red is on. So let's have a look here. Ah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Look, black is unit on here, but black is going to on. Has it been just wired up wrong from the factory? Oh, that's pretty bad. Slater's supposed to be a good brand. Well, I thought it was. Is that it? So it's just an on and off switch. So if I just hit on unit instead, it should come on, shouldn't it? And maybe the unit's not working properly because it's rusty or something. Well, am I saying that it is working properly? We know. Well, let's pop the batteries back in. Maybe that is the problem. Right, so let's go to unit this time, which is this one here. I'll wait until it turns off. Thing is, it's still turning off, isn't it? Which it shouldn't do. Oh, not turning off there now, is it? Right, let's hit unit. Oh no, is that changing it? Wait, right, I'm holding down unit now. No. No, that's not doing anything. Neither of them are. Well, okay, well let's carry on looking at the circuit board. I mean, that doesn't look right, does it? It's definitely been labelled up wrong. I don't know what I pressed there, now I'm pressing both of them. Yeah, when I pressed unit there, it did turn on. And off. Is that definitely unit? Yeah, unit. Okay, let's keep... Oh, there it came on again. I'm not sure if it's just me wobbling the battery. I think it's more battery related, you see. Well, let's go back in and let's have a look at these. So we definitely know that that's been wired up wrong according to the circuit board. So now let's have a look at the other contacts. So this is, definitely says on the board, plus 3 volts. Yeah, so that's fine, that's correct. And it is actually going to the positive. Yeah, 100% it's going to the positive. Right, now let's have a look. We know that these ones here are wired up wrong. Now, let's have a look on the board. Is there anything else that should be on here? So, what's this? S plus and S minus. No, E minus. Let's see what's written over this side. S minus E plus. So are they working in pairs? Let's have a look. Should it be diagonals on the board? Let's have a look here. So do you know what I mean? Maybe it weighs across here and across here. Yeah, they're working as diagonals because look, this one here is S minus, this bottom corner, and S plus goes up to this corner here, and then we've got E minus here, and then we've got E plus going up to this one. Right, what I'm going to do is, look, I'm going to get the soldering iron, I'm just going to swap these wires over here, but that isn't actually the problem, is it? But while I'm there, I'm going to clean out this unit switch with some IPA as well, because it has got corrosion on it, but it really shouldn't make a difference. All I have to do is tap the on and the ground together, and it should liven up. And then when I tap the on and the ground again, it should go off. Or if it's inactive for a certain amount of time, this one goes off. I'm starting to think maybe it's something under this actual chip itself. let's, where are we? We might as well clean both of them up, but it's the unit. Oh look, at the blue wires come off. What's that, the ground? Maybe it was just a bad connection on the ground wire there. See, I don't know, because I've been fiddling around with this quite a bit. Maybe that was just hanging on in there. Well, that's good that that's come off. Right, where am I now? Here. Right, I think with these I'm going to unsolder them completely, and I'm going to put them on. I think I might as well put the black wire to ground. I think that's going to be more believable. So let's just get rid of these here. Leaded solder on there. Oh, actually they can go right the way through. Yeah, let's clean them out and do a nicer job on them. Right, okay, they're clear. I'm just going to do the same on the little switch side as well. So they've all just come off really easy, but as I said, that could be me with all the wiggling around the place. Right, now with these ones here, these are not through hole here. Yes, they are through hole. Sorry, I'm incorrect. They are through hole. There we are. Right, I'm going to see if the original wires will stretch or not. If not, I'll have to run some new ones. Okay, I've got the perfect colour wire here, so I'm just going to use some of this. Right, rather than unsoldering all I'm doing is taking them out, and then while the solder's still warm, I'm just popping the new ones straight back in, right through the hole. Right, okay, that's the 3 of them on there. Just going to give them a quick clean with IPA. Right, now we're going to solder them onto the board. So let's see now if it's going to work. So I've got my battery here. let's see if it will turn off. Well, I'll tell you what, look, it's not cutting out, is it? It's not cutting out this time. And it's weighing! Now I'm hopeful. Right, let's screw this back in. I think the problem was as simple as just the wire was just barely hanging in, the ground wire, and that's probably why it wasn't latching on. Because remember, the blue wire was the ground in the middle, and when I started wiggling it around it fell off, and then shortly after that the two wires fell off from here, so I think the ground wire was a bad connection. Put that right the way across here. There we go, they're not going to go anywhere now. Remember, there's no screws in it. Do you know what? I'm not going to be able to do it without screws. Let's just see if the unit's working. Yes, it is. Look, so 100% it was put in the wrong way. Brilliant. Right, let's close it up and let's give it a proper test. Right, it's all back together now. And let's see if it's going to weigh anything. Right, let's turn it off. That's going to be 0, isn't it? So hold it down to turn it off. Hold it on. That'd be too light. Oh, come on. Hold on, let's put it onto this. What? Why is it not weighing? Right, 100% it's not weighing now. But it looks like the circuit board is correct and it was wired up wrong, because look, that's the unit there. Right, maybe I've knocked one of the wires off. You know, from where the sensors meet the board. The thing is, you would expect it to work like diagonally, unless somehow it has to measure all 4 in order to work. Otherwise, it might be an incorrect reading, so it measures all 4 of them. Right, I can see a red wire's come off here. Hopefully, that's the only one. Yeah, they all look intact. They all look intact, but yeah, that red wire's come off there. Okay, well that's fine. At least there's plenty of slack on these ones. Just going to tin the wire up a bit. There we go. Right, okay, that is now on. Let's see now if it's going to weigh. Right, I've just put in 2 screws just to stop the back from falling off. Yay, there we go. Excellent. Right, let's zero that. 35 grams, okay. I'm going to guess this at 35. I'm going to guess this at 8 grams. Oh, 7. Not bad, not bad. Right, let's see this solder here. I'm going to guess that at 238 grams. Oh, not bad, not bad, within 10%. Okay, let's bring this downstairs and let's see what it looks like in a kitchen environment. Just need to do up the rest of the screws. Right, so here we have it. Let's turn it on. and let's say now if we wanted to weigh, let's pretend we want to weigh a mug, and then let's say if we want to zero it to add something to it. So just tap that, that will zero it. And now we want to put a banana in there. There you go, so that does appear to be working. And if you want to change it to, there you go, ounces, millilitres, oh yeah, fluid ounces. So do you know what I actually learned the other day that I didn't know before? So 1 tonne equals 1 cubic meters of water. So basically, yeah, meter by meter by meter. So 1 milliliter equals 1 gram. So 100 milliliters, this is just water, not of oil or you know, vodka or anything else, but when it comes to water, 1 gram equals 1 milliliter. So for example, if I was to, see, I never knew this, if, look, oh, that's zero nicely as well. So now I'm going to fill this up with water. Now normally I wouldn't know how many millilitres is in there, but watch. I now know that that is 223 millilitres. I wonder if there's any way I can prove that. Right, I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but so we're thinking that's 223 millilitres, so it needs to go all the way up to here somewhere. Yeah, look, hold on, 210, 220. Right, this is showing 220, I can't remember what it was in here. So there you go, that's kind of helpful. So when somebody says like you need to add 200 millilitres of water, you don't have to just rely on having a measuring jug, you can just weigh it. So that's something interesting. Right, okay, let's just check the units. So there's ounce, millilitres. Yeah, so basically if this was this one here, let's go back to this one actually. So that's 202, so it is 222, so it is really accurate. Right, fluid ounces, millilitres, there you go, 221, so that's all it's doing. So when something says that it can measure water as well, really it's just measuring grams, isn't it? But in millilitres. So I found that quite interesting. Do you know what? The whole world probably knows that, but I didn't know that. Let's go back to measuring random things. So we'll take that off now. Let's see if it's going to, and also we'll see if it keeps centering to 0 as well. That's that. What do you reckon? I reckon 6 grams. 4. How about a Satsuma? Satsuma, I reckon 45 grams. Oh, I'm getting more out. But anyway, look, can you see it is going back to 0? So this does actually look like it's working pretty well. And it goes all the way up to 5 kilograms, which is quite good. And now let's see if it goes to 0. Do you know what? I would say they're pretty accurate. Now, looking at the box here, this comes with a 15-year guarantee. So I think the build quality of it is not very good. I mean, you've seen the wires were crossed up there, and also one of the wires was broken. So it wasn't just put on wrong, it was also broken as well. But the very fact they give a 15-year guarantee is pretty good, and you can buy this at the moment on Amazon for £20. So if you were to keep your receipt, and if this company was still going in 15 years, and these have been going for I think like hundreds of years, then there's a good chance that that's not really a bad investment, is it? But obviously time will tell. I'm over the moon with this for £6. I just like the fact that it centres itself so well on 0, because my scales never do that. They can kind of vary between like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, either way, down to the minus as well. But that's very good there. Yeah, well happy. And I think a nice fix as well. So yeah, that is it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more Trying to Fix videos. Take care. Bye now.